What's going on? What's going on? We're back. How are we doing tonight? So tell you realize, 'cause I'm fine no matter what. Yeah. It's not a problem. We know what we're getting into. Oh no. Realize, clear the way. I follow. The edge of it all. We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. How we're doing, how we're doing, how are we doing? Shout out to the CIA. One love, the FBI. I need an intern. No, I don't. I need an assistant. I don't necessarily know if I need an intern. Um, you know, we do what we gotta do. Do what we gotta do. So on the road, on the road. How is everybody tonight? I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the show earlier today that I did with Donovan Sharp here in Philly. In Philadelphia. Before I head back, before I head to Manhattan tomorrow, taking the show on the road again. Yeah, man, I almost started not to go tonight because I am tired. But a subject came up today while we were broadcasting, and I thought it was something that we need to at least start talking about. We need to start talking about this subject. Can you guys hear me good? I mean, of course, it's not going to be the nice, crispy audio that I have in the home studio, but you know, it'll do. It's going to have to do. The question I have is, we're discussing this whole thing about value, men's value, women's value, high value, low value. And one of the things that has become very clear is when it comes to low value women in particular, that seems to be one thing that is synonymous across the board. One thing that's synonymous across the board. Low value women seem to have a real problem with discipline. And let me explain what I mean by low value. What is low value? Low value means, ladies, what is your value or your usefulness to a man? I mean, we're still letting you ladies answer the question, and it comes down to this: what is your value to a man? And outside of the bedroom, what is it? And this is what we're going to try to discuss: low value and discipline. So let's tackle it in this way. Uh, you can tell a woman's level of discipline when you see her. When you see her, you can ask yourself, is this woman a disciplined woman or an undisciplined woman? How can you tell if a woman lacks discipline? She's overweight. She's out of shape. She's unfit. Unfit women lack discipline. I mean, how many times have I had to talk to ladies and say, you're just lazy. You could be running up the stairs in your own condo. You could do something. And then and woman after woman after woman after woman will make excuses, but then you find one woman who's got 4 kids and she got married at 120 pounds, and 4 kids later, she's 135 pounds and a doctor. That's discipline. Ladies, one of the first things that tells a man whether or not you lack discipline, which means you are going to be of little value to him, is your weight. So you can miss me with all this. She got a 6-pack and I feel good and I look good. If you don't work out, you might as well tell a man, hey man, what you're telling him right is, this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm only gonna get fatter as I get older. We're just gonna get right to it. I'm only gonna get bigger as I get older. That's what you're telling the man. I'm only gonna get bigger as I get older. So right away, your weight tells a man you lack discipline. What's the next thing that tells a man you lack discipline? Your attitude. You want to see if a woman has discipline? Make her upset. Make her upset, say something that'll trigger her, and then watch how long it takes for her to go ratchet. Before she goes above 9,000 ratchet, undisciplined women can't control their mouths. I mean, think about it. How many times have you seen the littlest, smallest woman, when she gets triggered, 300-pound defensive lineman can't shut her up? Undisciplined mouth. It's even written about in the Bible. What is the tongue? The mouth? Come on, man. I don't need to break it down. A woman's mouth, her attitude shows discipline. And here's the major problem is with so many of us today being raised without fathers in the household, not only do the men lack discipline, the women lack discipline. They lack discipline over their body, discipline over their mouth, and then discipline over their mind. How many times have you been talking to a woman who's a college-educated woman? I'm a PhD, college-educated woman, an educated woman, but yet you ask her something and it's like watching a kaleidoscope. Unstructured thoughts all over the place. It's just like difficult to, what are you talking about? It's like, somebody just tried to herd a field of cats. Ladies, if a man can look at you and see your discipline level when he look at your body, and working out 5 times a week is discipline. Working out consistently over 10 years is discipline. It's discipline. Eating a balanced diet is discipline. Not allowing yourself to weigh more than a man is discipline. I mean, I actually had a woman sitting here trying to tell me that I was responsible for a woman's eating disorder. The French toast you talking about? and that woman was 5'8" and 160 pounds. You weigh more than a man. 5'7" and 160 pounds. That's more than a man should weigh. Average man should weigh 168 pounds according to the AMA at 5'10". Discipline. Your body, your mouth, your mind. What are some other ways we can tell a woman that lacks discipline? Oh, look in her car. Look in her car. You can tell a woman who lacks discipline and doesn't have a husband by the way her car is messy. Her car tends to be really messy. If she has a messy house, grandma will say, if a woman has a messy house, she's messy other places. Because you probably can't get back to her house, she can hide her house. Can't hide that car. I mean, I think some of the most undisciplined things are when you see women that come out of the house with, mismatched fingernail polish, missing fingernails, chipped fingernail polish. How many times have you got online and I talk to women here as talking about high value men? They want a high value man, and you hear this smoke detector, discipline, the little things, and then look at finances. Another area where you can look at and say, where does she lack discipline? Ladies, if any of these things or all of these things impact you, it lowers your value. How available are you to a man if you can't control your fitness, your body? You won't control your mouth. You can't control your mind or your thoughts. There's no order. If your surroundings are cluttered and junky, and your resources are not in order, how valuable are you to a man? How valuable are you? All right, guys, we got 1,700 people in here. I'm doing this show on the road. I know one thing. I'm going to be on the road all week, so we're going to need you guys to hit that like button. We have 487 likes in here, really. I mean, I'm tired already. I will shut these down, and I won't come back for a week. So, wait a minute. I forgot. You're probably excited. You're probably like, oh, great, we got a show. It's 10:30. Okay, just go hit the like button. Get the likes up. And we're going to need at least 5 more people to drop at least 99 cents in there, man. Come on, man. The last day of the month, before we start October, I'm on the road, and we're doing this for you guys. Did the show out with Donovan Sharp today, and then tomorrow I'll be in Manhattan. So let's get it up. I do have the songs too. I will go to intermission on y'all. I will go to just because I don't have my my full mix capability. I still can't go to intermission. Don't think so? Wrong song. I can still go to intermission. Here we go. All right, ladies, understand something. To the ladies who don't like my tone, my approach, the way I say stuff, understand something. I'm tired, and it would have been real easy just to not do this show, but I'm trying to help my guys out, And I'm also trying to help the women out who want to be better assistant to men. Look, ladies, I'm telling you, if you are not disciplined, a successful man, a man worth his salt, has no use for you outside of sex. And that is effectively what you make yourself. If all the things I said, you said, well, whatever, whatever, whatever. If anything came out of your mouth is like, whatever, I ain't got to hear that, or at least I got some good why. Okay. How many of you ladies don't like what I said, but then you do want to be reduced to a sex object? If you don't want to be reduced to a sexual object, then you must increase your value. Caller yesterday said, lady, you're not competing with the women around you. You're competing with the women around your man. You're competing with the women that are surrounding the guy that you want to get with. That's your competition. Like yesterday, or like the last couple of days, the women who was calling in saying parents put them in, etiquette classes that were $1,000 a day, fencing, horseback riding, golf, tennis, skiing, you know, etiquette, this, that, ballroom dance. Look, man, maybe that ain't you, but you are competing against women who are saying actively, I want to bring value to a man so I can make his life better so he can make my life easier. You got to bring him value. You have to bring him value and be 100% open and available to him and give him the value. See, you guys have been, some of you ladies have been playing poker, a dirty poker. You're trying to bluff your way, and you cannot bluff your way into a game of poker where all the cards are played up. We can see your cards. Modern guys, ladies, the jig is up. Guys see your cards. If you 200 pounds, he already says, well, she's not fit. I don't have to pay full price. Oh, look at her. She's 200. She's 189 pounds. She's 180 pounds. I don't have to pay full price. What? Hermes Birkin bag, Kelly bag. Pfft, man, I might get this chick a Coach bag for our 10-year anniversary. I'm gonna tell you, men look at you and be like, what? Man, I'm not gonna pay Mercedes prices for a Toyota. No. What? Take you to Capitol Grill. Yeah, I went to Capitol Grill tonight. Take you to Capitol Grill, lobster. We're gonna go over here to Applebee's. We're gonna Netflix and chill. Oh, discipline. You know another one of the things. This gonna hurt. Get ready. You know what else shows a lack of discipline? Being a baby mama. Being a baby mama is one of the number one ways you ladies show a rank lack of freaking discipline. Going out and deciding to have a baby before you get a husband is one of the most irresponsible, crazy ass ways you show a lack of discipline. And unlike weight, so you can get a personal trainer, change your diet, cut out the sugar, do the resistance training, do the cardio, do yoga, Pilates. You can knock the weight off. Hell, you can even get your mouth under control. You can zen out, meditate. You can do all kind of things. You can get your thoughts under control by just practicing memory exercises. Go to, become a better speaker. Learn how to communicate your thoughts better. You damn sure can get a maid or somebody. You can learn how to keep your surroundings neat, and by extension, yourself and your finances. You get that squared up, but you can't undo that kid. Baby mama, or being a baby daddy, Ashley, shut up. Let me help you out, Ashley. Ashley, guess what? The rules are different for men. The rules are different for men, so let me go ahead and do that. The rules are different for men. Stop trying to ask, well, what about men? Shut up. You want to do that, go over to somebody else's channel. We're talking about what makes you low value to men. See, I'm already tell you right now, I timed Ashley out because that's some low value stuff. Low value women are always low value mindset women are always trying to look for ways to what about men? What about them? What about them? We're talking about the kind of men you say you want. The kind of men you say you want are rare. They are top 20%, top 15%, top 10% men. They call the shots, ladies. They can be baby daddies as long as they can afford to pay for the kids. Hello. They can be baby daddy. You got women who will line up to kick it with a dude who has 3 kids or 4 kids by 5 different women. Shut up. Stop trying to make, oh, well, why? Look, cuz, he can. He can, you can't. Rules are different, stop trying to make it the same. See, that's a low value mindset. Trying to play tit for tat. Well, if you can do it, we can too. Well, so, whatever. Low value. And all I'm saying is this. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but you do need to understand that these things lower your value. Your weight lowers your value. Your attitude, your mouth lowers your value. Your mentality lowers your value. Your ability to manage your resources lowers your value. Your inability to keep things clean lowers your value. And not being able to control your womb is the ultimate thing that lowers your value. You will get no. Men in general look at women and say, I'm not going to pay any higher than what the baby daddy had to pay. If your baby daddy is living with his grandma flipping cars, then you can expect to get guys that live with somebody flipping cars. You can't expect to marry a brain surgeon. Why? You gave your womb up for a car flipper who lived with his grandma. You lowered your value. You can't be like, oh no, psych, I was just kidding. I was young and dumb. Oh, okay. Yeah, that worked for side chicks. I was young and dumb. Oh, okay. It worked for side chicks, don't work for wives. And how we keep score over here is we don't keep score by dealing with successful men or dealing with high value men. We keep score over here by marriages and the bare minimum long-term relationships, but by marriage one in particular. So here's a question. Why you want to lower your value, ladies? Why are you lowering your value? Why are you lowering your value? Why are you intentionally lowering your value? Why? Why for so? Happened here. Why for so? Why are you intentionally lowering your value? I get it. Because nobody told you were lowering your value. You thought it was all the same. Well, good news. It's not so good. What's the good news? Now you can do something about it. Now you can do something about it. Hold on. So, let's see if we can take calls on the road. Let's see if we can take calls on the road. Why are you lowering your value? Hey, Black Becky, it's a lack of effort. What about the women who marry and just stop trying? Okay, let me answer this question. What about the women who marry and then they stop trying almost immediately after you lock it down? You didn't vet well. You didn't vet well. How can she do that if you actually check for value? Hmm. This is another one of those things that I don't understand. Guys not checking for value. It's like, well, what about? I don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That the scarcity mentality, where you guys are always afraid of getting okey doked. Well, then, if that's the case, man, then you shouldn't pick. Let somebody else pick for you. I mean, I know when I made mistakes, I didn't blame the women. I blame myself. If a woman I'm dealing with switched up after I committed to her, then I didn't vet well enough. Because for every woman out there that will switch up, there are women like how many? For every woman that will switch up, there are women like Claudia, Lucia, and Nicole. The women y'all all have been talking about. Okay, well, somebody found them. That's a different program. That's a different program. So, here we go. How do we increase value? Well, to increase your value, you got to understand what yours really is. and sadly, truthfully, many of you ladies really truly believe you're Beyonce's. What did that woman say? She thought she was a Beyonce? Lord have mercy, Jesus. No, lady, you're not Beyonce. No, you're not a Beyonce. No, you're not even close. In order to really assess your value, you got to get really real with yourself and understand where are you? Where do you rank? And then go from there. What can you really gain? There's no way in heck a woman can go from being 250 pounds calling herself high value. No, ma'am, no. That shows a lack of the first principle, lack of discipline. And that's fine. But it's only a problem when you ladies are trying to demand more than you really should get. Let's see. I'm trying to open up Zoom real quick. See if we can do this. If not, I'll be fine. If not, I'll be fine. Are you guys doing good? The funny thing is, these new computers all have USB-C drives, and the problem is they don't have enough ports. They don't have enough ports. They don't have enough ports. Wish they did, but they don't. So it's gonna be a mess when the Apple or the iPhone and all that stuff switches to the new system. Not gonna be good at all. Here we go. Is that what it is? Zoom call. My account. Meeting. Oh, sorry. The screen is too big. All right. All right. So let's get to the meeting. Is this it? Nope. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I lost my mind. I'm sorry. What am I doing? Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work, se arregla con dinero, con dinero. Money work, yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Ella de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work, el mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work, money work, money work, money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work, lunes, lunático.
Ladies, let's get it. There's the show link. Ladies, join the show. Ladies, join the show. There's the link. Moderators keep posting it in the chat room. I'm not going to be on all night, but I do want to talk to the ladies and see what's going on. What's going on with you? Are you lowering your value? Hey, look, it's Otasia. And why would I want to talk to you? Let me do this. Hey, Otasia. All right, here we go. Hello. Admit. Tell you who Otasia is. Otasia is the channel man. Otasia is the channel mascot. Otasia is the channel mascot. She's somebody who came in here one night wilding out and got muted. Hello? Hello? Yes? No, I was talking about somebody else.
Otasia is the channel man.
Okay, you need to mute the YouTube channel in the background.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's nice to meet you. I just found your channel today, and I'm like,
Otasia is the channel mascot.
Okay, your channel's not muted in the background. So you're going to have to mute your YouTube channel in the background before we can get you on. Now, try again. Go ahead and unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I need you to turn off YouTube in the background. You only need to be on Zoom. What's going on?
Yeah, I turned it off.
What do you got for me?
It's nice to meet you. I just found your channel today and I've been loving all your videos. This is like a new perspective that I found. So I'm 39 years old and I'm divorced and I have 2 children.
Okay.
So I've been trying to go through your videos, kind of learn like, is there um any hope for me to get remarried, or am I out of the, because it's like the danger zone, you said like 35. So what
Well,
about?
well, how long you were married?
Yes,
Okay. How long were you married?
5 years.
5 years. How old are your children?
They're 11 and 9, 2 girls.
11 and 9. And where's the dad? Where's your ex-husband?
He's in their life.
Okay. Uh, and have you actively dated?
I've been trying to date. Yeah,
How long have you been divorced?
5 years.
Okay. Well, you said you've been trying to date.
Well, and for a minute there, when after my divorce, I went back to school full time for about 4 years. So I didn't have time to date. So for the last couple
You went back
years
to school to do what?
to become an RN. I wasn't able to finish though.
Mm-hmm.
So the school shut down 6 months before my graduation. So
Okay.
I'm a real estate broker. So I just was, kind of like focusing on my career, and I wasn't meeting the type of men that, I haven't been meeting the type of men
Well,
that,
no. What you mean is what you're saying is I have not positioned myself in such a way to even give myself a chance to meet the kind of men that I want. It's not as though they're not there.
yes. And then I've been working, trying to lose weight. I
How
was at
tall are you?
I'm 5'3",
Dress size.
a 8,
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
148.
How much is what's your highest weight?
It was 180, and now I'm down to 148.
So you're 40 years old with 2 girls, and you've effectively been divorced for 5 years. And okay, this is a difficult position, man, because so many of you ladies say, "I took off to focus on my career," which that's not really true. Because it's not like you. Well, it may be true, but you got nothing to show for it. What do you have to show for the 5 years you took off for your career and all this other stuff?
Nothing. I lost all those years
Right.
pursuing
So,
a degree.
so, so that's why I need to tell ladies in the middle, stop doing this. Stop saying you're going to pursue some career. You're not going to become some executive of some company, because there were plenty of women who got married while you were, or found somebody while you were too busy to be able to date. You get it?
Yes.
Because so far too often, what happens with black women, and I know what black women is, you prioritize. You think it's going to keep you safe, and what you basically said is you were with your ex-husband for how long?
5 years.
Y'all were married 5 years.
Well, we were
The total time you with him?
3 years. We were married, living, 3 years, and then separated for 2 years.
Okay, so what age did you meet him?
28, I believe.
And both of your children are by him?
Yes.
So you met him at 28, and you were married for 3, 5. You were married for. I'm not sure what you're saying. You were married for how many years?
6 years. We got married 2009, divorce final in 2015.
Yeah, but you said y'all moved out and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah, we were separated for a while before the divorce.
Just give me the number. Okay. See, this is too complicated. I need to know. We were married for this long, and really, we were together for 3 years. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
What's your longest relationship you've had since him, before your husband?
About 3 years.
And how old are you with that one?
22.
The 22 to 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Something sounds off to me. Um, if I had to ask the men you were with, what would they tell me being with you is like?
I'm supportive,
And
sweet, caring,
then why'd you leave your husband?
because there was a triangulation relationship that he was cheating with another woman, and they couldn't break that off. So,
Like, he was cheating.
yes.
What about the first guy then?
He- um, you said I was like letting myself go.
I mean, you were getting fat.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna just tell you right now. You're trying to be vague. You're trying not to give enough information, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. That doesn't really sound like you want to open up, and that's cool. You don't have to. But out here, ain't nobody taking it. Nobody's. You're 40 years old with two kids. You got to bring more to the market than a 25-year-old with no kids. So,
All right.
I mean, when it comes down to it, it sounds like you're kind of closed off and guarded, and I don't know what you want me to tell you.
If it was possible for me to get back out into dating, or should I just be?
Not
Is it
like this.
or
Not
is
like
it
this. And nobody gonna. Nobody, people are busy, man. Nobody's gonna spend time to try to peel an onion.
got it?
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
just trying to ask
I,
you.
I,
I'm just
I've
at.
been, I've been told that I need to learn how to share more.
Well,
So
I mean, the thing is, ma'am, that's why I say there's really not a shot, because if you haven't learned how to share by 40 years old, it's a wrap.
okay,
It's a wrap, because here's the thing: you already got married, and for some reason you said y'all were divorced. Yeah, I had to ask you far too many questions about your marriage. It didn't make sense. What it really should have been: I was married. We were married for 3 years. It was cheating, and I'm having to pull teeth. That's kind of like a first date would be. And I mean, if you closed off like this, people gonna go on to the next one. And
okay.
the only way you're gonna get that kind of time, the only way God's gonna put that kind of time into it is if you're drop dead gorgeous and got a banging body.
It was so much going on with my marriage that I tried to make it work. It was so much going on, like the cheating.
That got nothing to do with us.
Okay,
That ain't got nothing to do with the public. That's between you and your ex-husband.
okay.
Open market don't have nothing to do with that. You're 40 years old with two kids, and you do what for a living?
I'm a real estate broker.
Right. And you didn't get your nursing license, right?
No,
Did you get your undergraduate degree?
no.
All right. How much are you earning annually?
About 50,000.
All right. So effectively, you're broke.
Yes.
Okay, broke. I mean, I don't know if nobody wants this, man. In order to make that work, you got to be drop dead gorgeous with a banging body.
Okay.
I mean, I think you kind of knew that, though. I mean, and this is why I don't understand what you.
Well, yeah, because that's why I've been working on getting my business together, getting my body together.
No, no, but you're not working fast enough. What are you gonna try to do before 60? See, that's why I don't understand with you ladies. When you understand that you're 40, okay, you're acting like you got time. You don't have
Mhm.
time.
Okay.
The men. What age would you want to date? What age of man would you want to date?
I've been told like 10 years.
Well,
above you.
okay, and that's 50, and you realize the life expectancy of a black man is 68. You don't have time, man. You need to be okay. Have you had therapy?
I'm in therapy now.
I suggest you stay in it because the world does not owe you or me understanding, right?
That's right.
And all this, my marriage, my divorce, and my feeling. Dude is sitting across from you is trying to figure out whether or not he wants to, why he should ask you out on a second date or why he should even ask you out. And ain't nobody gonna go through all this trouble, man. At 40 years old, you got to bring a far more of a mature attitude to the table.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that right there, that's low value stuff right there, man. Low value, letting your body go, under earning, not completing stuff. I get it, life happens, but talk about being out here on the open dating market. The world is crazy. Hello,
Hello.
hello. How are you?
Good. And how are you?
Good. What do you got for me?
So, I was speaking to someone. I was kind of hesitant to call in or to get on the Zoom call, but I guess I can say I'm happy to be here. So, I've been in an abusive relationship, and um, today we were talking about some self-healing things that I had to go through, and there was a target that triggered some emotions that had not surfaced for many years. I've been through therapy. Um, I work out 5 days a week. I take care of my own. And I've now started being very particular in the type of guys and even people, as far as women, that I associate myself with. Um, Even with that being said, and I heard you talking about the percentage of guys
What's
that
up, ma'am, ma'am,
women.
ma'am, 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 ma'am? Your first name is
Yes,
Isis.
yes, sir.
Like, what do you have on the topic?
Well, you talk about self-value, and um, I still, after doing healing things for myself and getting my self-value where I want it to be and still striving, I'm still approached with those same guys. Um,
Same guy. Okay. The topic is low value women have discipline problems.
okay, I don't think I have discipline problems.
All right, but that's the title of the show, and it sounds like you calling in to talk about something completely different. Like
I
you.
apologize.
Well, but how long you been watching the show?
Today is actually my first day.
When did you start watching it though?
I started watching it maybe 20 minutes ago, and then you went on live
All right.
on the Zoom call.
All right. So um, I would say that. All right. So what was the question you had? I mean, basically,
Okay,
you sound like I'm getting better, and I'm still getting approached by below average guys.
right.
All
So,
right.
and then you made a statement about baby mamas,
Yep.
and I was talking to a gentleman um,
Let's shorten
while
it,
we were both.
let's shorten it up. Are you a baby mama?
Well, I had my daughter at 19. Well, I guess in your
Were you
definition
married?
of a
No.
baby
Yeah. Meaning, did you have a husband and you were married and had a baby?
mama. No, we weren't married when I had my child, and then we ended up getting married,
Still makes you a baby.
and he cheated,
Okay. Still makes you a baby
so
mama.
that wouldn't make me a baby mama.
Still makes you a baby mama. You got a baby before you got married. So ultimately, what am I getting? Because I'm hearing a lot of issues with things that are wrong with men.
I guess my question is I'm trying to figure out, how is it a woman being low valued or being considered as low value even though she's a baby mama?
Are you serious?
Because for
Okay, let me
me,
let me ask you a question. How does having a baby for a man that you didn't marry raise your value? Crickets.
I mean, I guess it didn't raise my value, but it doesn't diminish it either.
Says who?
I mean, I guess you're saying that is
No,
diminishing
no,
it.
no, ma'am. It okay. It doesn't diminish your value. To who?
Okay. I can understand if there's someone that is a promiscuous woman
Ain't got shit to do with being
and
promiscuous, ma'am. If a man decides he wants to date you and deal with you, even marry you, he got to take on you and another person. That's more money, and that ain't his child.
okay.
That's lower value, ma'am. That means you cost more, and he ain't getting nothing out of it. See, you ladies act like having a kid doesn't matter just because you're a nice person and you believe in Jesus, and your
I
kid
don't
is well.
believe in Jesus.
You get what I mean,
So,
man. But I mean, how you gonna have a kid and think it don't lower your value? Can you wreck a Bentley and think it shouldn't lower the value?
mm, I see where you're coming from.
But I don't understand. How old are you?
I'm 38.
I don't understand how a 40-year-old woman is really asking the question: how does having a child out of wedlock lower your value? Do you have a daughter?
I do have a daughter.
So you would tell her, "Oh, girl, go ahead and have a baby. It ain't gonna affect your value one bit. Go ahead and get pregnant before you get married."
No,
Why not? It don't lower your
that,
value.
that's not what I'm saying. But even if she was to get married and then have a child
No,
and you
no, no, no,
leave,
man. I'm
that's still
talking
going to
about.
make
I
her
know. I'm
value
talking about
less.
being a baby mama, having a child before you get married. Very different thing.
Okay, I understand. I get what you're saying.
So why don't you tell her to go ahead and do that?
I'm not going to tell her to go ahead and do that.
Why? I mean, it doesn't lower your value, right?
I'm not telling her to do that because I know the consequences of having a child, knowing that she may have to take care of that
Okay,
child on her own.
okay, ma'am. You're trying to make two different issues. What are the consequences of having a child out of wedlock?
The consequences of having a child out of wedlock is that the dad may not be there, but the
Uh,
consequences of
oh,
having a
hold on,
child
hold on,
in
hold on,
wedlock
hold
is
on,
he
hold
might
on,
not be
hold
there.
on. I need you. Hold on. I'm not your. Slow down. Consequence of having a child out of wedlock is it lowers your value. You keep putting it off to the dad, but guess this is the United States of America. No child gets born in this country unless a woman wants it to.
Okay, so I have another question.
Okay, you're not gonna skip on past that. So it's not like,
I know I hear
oh
what you're saying.
no,
I
you're
hear
not
you.
going. No, 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 no. I run my show, and the thing is, you ladies gonna have to understand that you may love your child, but to the world, it's just another person, and it does lower your value. And I don't know why in the black community where we used to, I'm 53, 51 years old, and I remember women used not to, when the woman got pregnant, she used to have to go out of the country. I mean, go to the country. You couldn't be around folks being a baby mama. You had to go somewhere. And now we act like it ain't no big deal. And then we want to always talk about the daddy. Well, you picked him. You decided to have unprotected sex with a man and then carry a child to term. That's that's he has one choice to have sex with you. The mother decides whether or not a child is born and kept. You could have a child and put it up for adoption. So, due respect, the world is not owes baby mamas sympathy like that. It's a
Hmm,
choice. And my mama was one, and she'll tell you the same damn thing.
I hear you.
I mean, you were raised in the same country I was raised in, and I know I heard these things for the last 40 years, so I know you had to have heard them. Why do women decide to act like the rules don't apply to them? And then get upset and then start talking about, because the things you've said at the beginning was, I'm getting myself together. I'm still attracting low value men. And then I got with my child's father, and then we got married and he cheated. You got a lot of smoke for men I wouldn't tell my daughter to do that because men ain't shit. Uh, the only thing that's common, and only common denominator in your situation is you.
You're absolutely right.
So why don't we just, instead of smoke for the other men, let's stay with you? Because a thought process that says I don't see why having a child out of wedlock should decrease my value is problematic to men in the dating market.
May I ask another question?
Yeah,
Okay. So a woman that is not a baby mama, they are married, they have a child, it didn't work out, and she still has this child. So does that lower her value?
nope, not like it does for you, no baby mamas. Because at least she exercised discipline and did it the right way. Men accept that. Men have always accepted that, and that's not new. The rules have always been different for divorcees and widows. You can go to church as a divorcee and a widow. You're not supposed to be able to roll up in church as a baby mama. I mean, are you honestly? I mean, just talk to me. Are you honestly telling me you don't see a difference?
I do, and then I don't. I do in
Okay.
the
Do you?
respect
I
of,
need you. I need you to ask yourself. Do you see a difference from the man's standpoint?
yes,
Then that's all that matters, man. It doesn't matter if it's a difference from your standpoint. It matters unless you plan on marrying a woman. Then all that matters is how men think about it.
understood.
Okay. I mean, that's just the. See, that's the another issue that you ladies are. You got to get your mind around the fact that it doesn't matter how it looks to you as a woman or as a woman to woman. Men get to be the final judge. So when you say you're still attracting the same caliber of men, what caliber of men are those?
Well, usually uh wanting just sex or trying to hibernate and cuddle with somebody in the winter. Uh, I mean, an array of things.
What do you mean just wanting sex?
I mean, it's just like instead of getting to know the person, me as an individual, they go straight to let's go to the bedroom.
How old is your child?
She's 19.
What do you mean they want to go straight to the bedroom? Like when?
As far as being like immediately, like it's always a topic of sexual content
Yes.
instead of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. You're 40 years old, and 40-year-old people don't have time to play this game. We're not kids. We're not trying to
Mm,
play coy. Steve Harvey got y'all confused, talking about 90-day rules and making guys wait,
yeah.
especially when you already have a child. Ain't nobody playing that bullshit game. It's just not. So,
Mm.
I mean, what do you want a man to do? Court you like you're uh, a 20-year-old virgin and get to know you and date you properly?
I understand that sex is a very imperative
Well, what
part
I'm
in the
asking you is that what you want?
I want somebody to get to know me.
I asked you, did you want somebody to court you and date you like you're a 20-year-old
No,
virgin?
not like I'm no 20-year-old virgin.
Then what do you want him to do?
I want him to get to know me. It's one thing, like for one, I don't like Steve Harvey. I don't even
Get him,
like 30
get,
days. Whenever sex happens. But I don't think that like
so
the
so you want him to
approach
get to
is
know so you want him to get to know you. So do you expect him to date you monogamously one on one? Are you
Eventually,
okay? So in this get to know you period, are you paying for dates?
it depends.
Th-
I mean,
That's bull.
yes,
No,
sometimes,
no, no.
yes,
See,
depending
yeah,
on the
yes,
day.
yes, yes. So I want a man to do. See, there we go.
See, like I don't have a problem with paying for
But it's not a
dates
problem that you
though.
don't have. It's not a. See, that's another one of those BS women. That's womanese. I don't have a problem. No, no. If you want somebody to get to know you, why don't you pay?
Then that's
I
fine.
mean, I mean,
Like,
I mean, all the time. If you want somebody to get to know you, you want to take sex off the table. Here's what you do. Hey, Brad. Hey, Keith. We're dating. Good. Let's go out to Ruth Chris. I want to get to know you, and I want you to get to know me. And so until that time when we get to know each other, I'm covering all the dates. But after we get to know each other and get to physical, then you cover the dates. I bet you get.
okay, so from a man's perspective, then how does that go then?
What do you mean from a man's
I
perspective? How
mean,
does it
because
go?
you're
From a
saying
man's perspective, he's not gonna lose anything. He'll be like, sure, if you're gonna kick out all the money, sure, I'll get to know you. I'll go out to
that's not
Ruth
what
Chris.
I'm.
Okay, see, what you want is a man to invest, and you don't. You want to keep your investment down, and you want his investment to be up. Doesn't work that way. Not at 40 years old, ma'am. You're 40 years old, and you're wanting to date like you're young, and you're not. We've been to the rodeo. You've had a child. You've been married. You know what's behind the tent. Let's get on with it. That's what it is at this age. People ain't got time to play and wait. And if you want to go back and date like you probably wish you had or something like that earlier, it's not gonna happen, especially in the modern dating scene. Not. I wouldn't suggest no guy get to know you either. I'm not gonna take you out 4 or 5 dates, get to know you, and waste my money. No.
Okay, so then the woman decides, all right, I'm gonna give you the goods. It does not work,
First off,
and then she
let me back up. Let's understand something. You're getting dick too. It ain't like you.
you're absolutely right.
Exactly. So you act like you doing something special. You
No,
get
but it's
okay, ma'am. I got other people to talk to, but see, you ladies understand something. You are getting something out of it too. If you're not, why are you dating a man you're not sexually attracted to? And if this is an issue, don't date. But we're too old to
I'm
be
just
acting this way, man. We're too. I don't, sis. I'm serious. You're too old to be acting this way. If you're not sexually attracted to a man, don't date. But trying to get a guy to you want him to get to know me and take sex off the table, I think it's ridiculous at this age.
I'm not saying take sex out of the table, but when you have a woman that's had multiple partners, does that not diminish her value?
Ma'am, all right. A woman who's had multiple partners. I don't. By dog,
I'm just saying, does a guy want a woman that has been with multiple partners? Does that
by dog. Jesus Christ. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so hopefully all of everything is muted and off in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So the topic is low value women having discipline problems. Yes?
I said I'm asking the question: Do low value women have this? Do low value women have discipline problems? That's the question.
That's the question. Okay. On that topic, I have is it possible? My question back is it possible to exercise discipline in a way that doesn't create value?
Before the way the conversation typically works is you answer the question.
Um,
You don't answer a question by
okay.
asking a question. That's not cool.
All right. So I would say generally, based on what I have seen, yes, low value women have discipline problems in various areas. They may not have vision of where they want to go. They don't know, they don't have a goal, therefore, they can't really set parameters around how they should be acting. So I would say yes.
And so, what
And
is your
then,
question?
is it possible to exercise discipline in a way that doesn't create value?
Such as
So, the body, like, is it possible to be too fit? Like, can you be too fit and that creates a low value image?
Does that even make sense? Can
I
I?
don't know. That's why I'm
Man,
asking you.
how old are you?
I'm 30.
Really? Can a man have too much money?
No, no. I don't know. Sometimes at a point, money can create some issues that I'm not sure.
Money can create issues.
Yes, it can create some issue at a certain point. It's a very, very high level, but
But really, what number?
I'm thinking once you get into the billions.
You date billionaires?
No, I don't date billionaires, no.
So why are you? So why are you deflecting like that?
Deflecting the question of, is it possible to have too
I asked
much
her.
money?
Yeah, why you? If you don't date billionaires, why would you go to something as asinine as extreme as that?
Oh, um, I guess I didn't realize the question. So, okay, this is what I essentially called in for is because I can give you my rundown. I'm 30 years old. I have no children. I've never been married. Um, I do have, I completed undergraduate. I am working in
How tall are you?
Chicago. Pardon?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Dress size?
4, 6, somewhere around there.
And you how old are you again?
30.
Why aren't you married?
I've moved around a lot. I spent my 20s traveling a lot.
Or they didn't have men where you went?
Not the ones that I wanted to marry. No, I mean, I did date.
What do you mean not the ones you wanted to marry?
So I did date. I lived primarily in South Korea, and I was
Why?
with a guy. Pardon?
Why South Korea?
Oh, I wanted to study their education system. I'm a private educator.
Why? So so you didn't want to get married then?
No, at the time I did not want to get married. No.
All right. So when's the
And so
longest
in
relationship you've
that,
ever had?
now,
What's the longest relationship?
pardon?
What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
Um, a year and a half.
How long
It
ago?
was with the man in Korea, and
How long ago?
that was in ooh, 2000. It ended in 2016.
So 4 years ago. Was he Korean?
Yes, he was Korean.
Okay.
And then I stayed for 2 more years. Well, 1 more year. I moved back to America in 2017, and I was in Texas for 2 years. And I knew that I was moving, so I didn't really pursue a relationship while I was there.
So what do you
And
want now?
now I do. I want to
Oh, okay.
get
So
married.
what's the
Yeah.
longest relationship you've had outside of the guy that ended in 2016?
Prior to
The longest?
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
consecutively, like not off and on, probably 6 months.
And how? Okay. So you have no relationship skills.
Essentially.
Right.
Yeah,
30,
and which is why I really enjoy your channel, because I'm just absorbing like how to approach things and
well,
how to think about
you
things.
have no relationship skills, and the skills you did have, you developed with a Korean man.
Right.
So you're effectively a relationship virgin.
Essentially, yes.
And then you say the kind of man you want. What is that? I mean, do you want children?
Um, I'm
Do you want children?
possibly
Do you want children?
no.
So what? So why do you want to get married?
I do enjoy companionship, and
Oh,
not a dog. A dog. Okay, so if I'm open to children, like I don't want children independent of a husband. I guess that's a more accurate
you know,
answer.
I asked you, do you want children? I didn't set the parameters. You just said no.
Okay. Well then yes, no, by myself. Hence why I don't have a child. But in a relationship, if that's what we decide to do, and I feel that he's a father, not just a lover, then yes, I am open to
Yeah,
children.
the
Yes,
way
I'm
you,
good.
man, the way you talk about it, feel if he's a father, you do understand that men get to pick. You don't have all this control, right? You do understand that
I
you
I
have no
completely
you
understand.
have
Yes.
no cards in these games.
Yes, I understand.
You're talking like you, well, why do you want to get married for companionship? Sounds like you want. What's a man's purpose in this
A man's purpose?
world? What are we here for?
It's a good question.
Hmm. What are you? What's a woman's purpose in this world? What are you here for?
I mean, it's a existential question. I don't.
It's not existential. It's very practical.
I think women are nurturers. We're very good when we're in a healthy space. We're very good at growing things, supporting things. I was.
Not your purpose.
What's my purpose?
It's not your purpose.
Oh, okay.
See, man, what I'm showing you is you don't seem to understand what relationships are. You don't understand what men are, what women are. You it sounds like you're bored or you don't want to die alone. Buy a dog. But I'm talking about a fully functioning man that's had to go out and make himself something. We need somebody who has put some thought into what she's going to do for him. You don't even know what he's here for.
Does he direct that?
Does he direct what?
Does he direct what his purpose is? So is there a blanket purpose for all men, or is that based on the individual man?
Who else would direct it?
Oh, I missed.
Who
I'm
else would
sorry.
direct it? Who
No,
would?
he would. Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
Well, I wouldn't know his purpose until I meet him.
Okay. Men's purpose is to build.
Okay.
Your purpose is to be a helpmeet, and you have not done that. Like I said, you're basically in a relationship virgin. So, any man that you get, you don't want to be out here practicing on guys. So I said, buy a dog because it doesn't. You don't want. You're not saying I want to get married because I want to have a husband and support his dreams, and I want to have his children so we can build this and that. You're like, oh, I'm open to it. Buy a dog and get a computer because it doesn't sound like you really get the human equation.
Okay.
I mean, that's not to be insulting, man, but I mean, you went over.
Yeah, no, I'm not
You went over to South Korea where they're. I mean, do you want to marry a black man, or do you care?
I don't care. I ideally would like to, but I don't care.
Okay, but see, the thing is, you're the way you've moved up until this point is relationships really don't matter. They don't really matter. You went over to South Korea and this and that, and that's cool, but that is a modern woman. You don't sound like you have any availability for a man or anything to be there for him.
Okay.
That's why I
I
say.
receive
That's why I say buy a dog.
that. Okay, well, so at 30, starting to, if I shouldn't be practicing on men, do I just go with buying a dog? Because I feel like I do have some time left.
I didn't say you didn't have any time left. I just said, but what value is somebody who's in your position to a man?
Yeah. I was
All right. Monique, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to know like if you'd ever talk about the people who have had a marriage that's lasted for a long time but it ended, and just wanted to know like maybe some pointers when it comes to dating in that aspect.
You mean dating as a single mother?
Well,
Do you have children?
I do have children.
Were you
Yeah, we
married?
have children together. We're no longer married.
You were legally married?
Yet legally married for 10 years.
Okay.
But the marriage ended about a year ago.
Who ended it?
We both decided,
And
but
yeah, who filed for divorce, man? That's cool.
okay. Well,
Who filed
because
for
we
divorce?
so he did. Hmm. But it was kind of my precursor, and then we just talked about it, and we was like, well, it's
Why?
not going to work.
Why?
Yeah.
Why'd you divorce after 10 years?
Uh, we just grew to two different people.
How many children do you have?
We have three children.
How old is the youngest?
Two,
How old is the oldest?
6,
How old are you?
31,
31. Okay. How tall are you?
5, 7.5.
Dress size?
I'm about a 8.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
175, 180.
You know what's coming next.
Well, I understand. I do live in Texas, and so
I don't give a damn.
I'm definitely
I don't give a damn
well.
about living in Texas. Look, man.
I understand
You
you
weigh
don't
more
give a
than a
damn.
man.
I understand, but I have a shape.
And that is why it won't work.
What won't work?
Again, you ladies always I got a shape. Yeah, big.
Right, but that's something that can be changed, and that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, but who gonna want that with three
A
kids?
lot of people like. What
Oh,
do you
okay. Oh,
mean? Who's gonna
okay.
want that?
Right. Okay. You want to play this game with me? I'll play it with you because
Well, no, I
no,
mean,
no.
well,
I'm
the
gonna
thing
tell you
is
who. No. I will say this, man. Look.
you may not want it, but that's your preference. But everyone has a
Now,
different preference, right?
now I'm about to go there with you. And why the
Okay.
French toast you call me if you gonna? This is why I said. What did I tell you guys? You want to know if a woman's value is low or not? Trigger her and see what comes out of her mouth. You see what just came out of her mouth? See,
Okay.
Godfather's right. Say
No,
something.
you are right.
I
That's
know
why I
I'm right,
listen
and
to you.
that's why I know what I'm talking about. That's why.
You do.
So good luck at being almost 200 pounds with a 2, 4, and a 6 year old in Texas. Good luck with that. With the attitude you have, shit.
I don't have an attitude.
Really? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You do.
Okay. I mean, I don't feel like I have an attitude. I just feel
Of course
like
you don't.
I called in for a specific question, and
Hmm.
that's all.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily an attitude. It's just
Look,
that
ma'am, you
I'm.
got a 2 and a 6. You got children that are 2 through 6.
Hmm.
Um, most men, especially men that are successful or worth a damn, don't want a ready-made family.
Well,
Okay,
you didn't ask the dynamic of the family.
I really don't care.
Okay.
So
Well,
you ladies always think that it matters. You have children, they're living,
right.
then it matters. Men that are worth a damn don't want one child, much less three that are freaking 2, 4, and 6 years old. That's
Okay.
horrible. And then on top of that, you got a what? You gonna want to have three more kids? What's,
No, I don't want to have any. So that's
so
why I was
so
getting to. So I don't want to have any more children.
well, good
I
luck.
was more or less thinking about dating older and perhaps
You
doing
know,
like
you
a
look no, you
baby
looking to date
bunny
a
thing.
fool. You looking
Well,
to date
there's
a
people who have. Okay.
all right, lady. You looking to date a fool, and I'm sorry. You're looking to try to find a guy who's older who can step in to take care of your
I don't
husband.
need him to take care of the children because the children are primarily.
I got a shape. The shape is an octagon. Stop. That's what it is. The shape is an octagon. Oh, yeah, I know, right? No, I want you to come marry me. I don't want to have any kids for you. And I want you to be the stepfather to these three rascals. Yeah. Good luck with that one. And lady, if you're gonna be here, you need to be here. Monica, you need to be here if you're gonna be here. Hello. Unmute yourself. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. What do you got for?
Yes.
Yes. Bianca, unmute yourself. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, I saw the topic today,
Uh-oh.
and I do want to say that, yes, I've seen some super lazy people. And I'm saying that because I've ran a salon working 90 hours a week at one point and worked out 12 hours a week. So it was like working out was a part-time job. Plus, I can't hear you.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay. I'm watching you on the screen. Sorry.
You shouldn't be.
Plus,
What's your question?
what is my question? I really just had a comment to that. My question is, why do you think women? Well, why do you think people are so lazy? Why do you think people don't want to do the hard work
Did you
that it
hear
takes?
you hear our last caller?
I heard her a little bit. I'm cleaning up, so I was listening a little bit.
Modern women today are very entitled. Entitlement. Thinking that you can have a child out of wedlock and it shouldn't lower your value. Thinking that you can be 200 pounds and you still have a shape because the fat fell in places that guys tend to like. Um, it's very entitled. And when you're entitled, you're already good. That's why you can call yourself a boss, a queen, a diva, a level up. You and anybody that deals with you, they're lucky to get you exactly where you are. So why should you have to improve if you're already the shit? That's really kind of what it comes down to. But unfortunately, you look down to the left ring finger of far too many of these women, and it's just barren as the desert. So, and when you try to have a conversation about the entitlement or the level of delusion, it becomes an argument. So that's kind of where I come from. But if you didn't have a question, I'm gonna get on over to Jessica.
Okay, I do have one more question though.
Okay.
Okay, so listening to you, what would you say out of men? So 1 out of 10 men are eligible? Because I was listening to your shows last week. So how many men would you say are eligible out of every 10 men?
Uh, eligible meaning what?
That have done the work, have like their mental health together, have their financial stuff together, eligible to date for marriage and things like that. How many men would you say are actually eligible?
Well, it presupposes an answer. Why is that a question?
Because me and my friends, we've been talking
Right, and
about some
the
things.
question and the question tends to come from the fact that women tend to ask this question, presuming they're already ready, to where they just can't find an eligible man. And I'm going to tell you that ain't the case. If my show has done nothing, it's proven how many women want something that they are wholly unqualified for or ineligible for. So, um, men typically are, especially in the black community, black men tend to want to have relationships earlier, and women are the ones tending to want to put relationships off. How many times you've heard my show? And you've heard women talk about I was with somebody for 3, 4, 5 years. I was engaged and I broke it off and this and that. Uh, ain't men who are having a problem in relationships these days. Men are pretty much the same. It's modern women that have changed.
That is correct.
So
I
how
yeah.
many? So what percentage of women? What percentage of women would you say are eligible and ready to be wives?
Woo wee. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I
that's the
agree.
real issue because if here's the really comes down to, especially in the black community, young black men, zennials, are marrying out at record or dating out at record numbers. They're not even they're skipping over even in their teenage years, skipping over even dating black women because they've seen their fathers, their grandfathers, their uncles, interactions with their mothers, their aunts, their grandmothers, and they see how their women in their peer groups talk about men. And they're like, I don't want to deal with this. So sadly, too many women today will go out and get things that don't matter, like a degree, or I'm working on my career or my business or this or that, and then let everything else that men that you would want, like your fitness, your femininity, your friendliness, all this other kind of stuff, let all that slide until they hit around 28. Then they start looking around for them saying, well, I can't find the eligible men. Because you weren't looking at them, you weren't looking for them when you were younger, and you weren't prioritizing being their wife. So you can't find it. It's not as though it doesn't exist, though. So I'm going to get on over to Jessica.
Okay, thank you. Talk to you
Okay.
later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jessica, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Jessica. Hello. Hello. How old are you? Okay, what do you have for me?
And the conversation about like low value women usually talks, you've mentioned a few times that being connected to the military or marrying, being involved with like military men are low value, kind of have low value correlation.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out like, how would you necessarily raise your value after being in a situation when you're surrounded by low value men in general?
Well, it's not being in the military. Okay. A woman in the military or dating a man in the military?
I was actually in the military myself, and I dated a few men in the military.
Okay. Well, women in the military you're in a masculine environment. You're a masculine environment. The military is not pinkies, pink tea, and doilies. It's boots, fatigues, guns, no makeup. I mean, it's not a feminine environment. I've dated women in the military, and y'all have a real women in general have a real hard time transitioning out of that hard thing. So, how to raise your value? Are you still active in the military?
No, I've gotten out recently
All right.
over the last year,
Well, how often
and
do you wear? So, how often do you wear 4-inch heels?
oh, it's actually a great question. Um, well, now recently, not often, mostly for the fact that I
So,
don't
in other
go out.
words, you're beatboxing over here. So, in a day period, you don't
No,
wear it. You don't wear it. You don't wear
no,
it,
I love wearing heels.
but you don't wear it.
Currently, no.
Just
At
answer
the
the question.
moment,
Do you
no, I
wear it?
haven't been wearing them. At the current moment, I haven't been wearing them that
Okay,
often.
what do you mean current moment? See, when
Um,
you ladies start hedging and stuff like that, you just be honest. I like heels, but I don't wear them. Just say it.
Okay, I like heels, but I don't wear them. Mostly because recently I've been focusing on school because I was getting my associates.
So you can't wear heels to school?
No, I've been online, so I haven't really been going out or doing.
Okay, but before school, did you wear heels?
Yes,
Every day?
most days.
Did you wear a skirt,
Normally, no.
a dress?
Yes.
Okay. Those are the things you're gonna have to amp up the femininity. What feminine things do you do? Meaning,
I really love dancing. It's one of my favorites.
what's
I
feminine
like,
about dance?
huh?
What kind of dance?
I learned how to bachata. I love the bachata, salsa.
That's nice.
Uh,
It's nice, but it's not overtly feminine. Men salsa too.
I know.
So, what do you do that's overtly feminine?
I'm kind of still trying to figure that out.
Nothing.
Not really.
Nothing. So you went to a masculine environment, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Military, and then outside of the military, even if I believe that you wear heels and dresses and skirts, that's the extent of the femininity. And you're asking how to raise it.
Yes.
Well, the first thing you have to do is realize you need to raise it. What are some feminine things that? What are some feminine things that women do?
Um. Well, get their hair done, makeup, jewelry, and
How about, have you ever heard about etiquette classes?
I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Finishing
haven't
school. Have you ever gone on Google and said how to become a lady?
No, not yet. As of right
How
now,
to become more feminine?
I have looked up how to be more feminine, but I usually get like bubble baths and relaxing.
Yeah, that's
Seems to be like the common
yeah.
pop up. Hmm?
So femininity is not, it's not something you just decide to put on, it's something you are. And, and women who are truly feminine gravitate towards feminine things. And today's many women just aren't very feminine. So
Okay.
even the basic stuff, I mean, how often do you take bubble baths and do your makeup and do your nails and do all that stuff?
Um, so I recently got a nail kit. So I started
So
doing
you
my nails.
recently got a nail kit. So there you go. So this is so if femininity is one of your biggest bullets to use, best weapons to use as a woman, and many women today in the military, many women in the military, kind of like you, that means you're not even using it, not even familiar with it. You're asking a 51-year-old man how to be feminine
That's
at
true.
25, when you should be when you could be a married woman at this point. That in and of itself is an issue. And when you say that you've looked and it says bubble baths, that was just outward. That should have told you that I got to dig deeper. But honestly, today, many women don't feel like femininity is anything they need to do. Because honestly, you can have attention from men, you can have sex. So a lot of women are good like that. But you will never end up getting the caliber of man you want. So. All right, sis. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, shout out to the caller. Um, yeah, I cut that other chick off, man. I'm not gonna hear that mess attitude with me, you know. No, look, low value. Your body, 180 pounds and 3 kids, and you talked to a doctor yesterday who was older than her, who had 4 kids and 135 pounds. There's no excuse for being 180 pounds. It's overweight. Overweight. I got curves. Yeah, I got a shape. Stop sign. Then, like I said, you really want to know, watch what comes out of their mouths. All you have to do is wait till they get upset or triggered or something. Then the truth's gonna come out. Whatever it is, it is. Then after that, all right, look at what goes on in their mind. I mean, can they order their thoughts? Discipline, structure. That's what. See, these ladies were like, "Why do I need a man?" You need a men for these reasons. Men bring structure, logic, discipline, order, things that you ladies suffer with because you are the more emotional of us. And conversely, you bring things to him, but you actually gain more from him. Women are better for being with men. Women left to their own devices tend to end up towards destruction. Clutter. Is her house clean, her car clean, her space clean, her body clean? The last thing, the resources. Are they ordered? Order. Order, 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 order. Order is all these things are indicators of discipline, which are indicators of value. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to the callers. We have 4,100 people here. Understand something. There's always hope as long as you don't give up. When a woman gives up and throws up her hands, then she lost. Hope is gone. But then for a guy, when he throws up his hands, ladies, you have to understand that men and women are different. And ladies, it is important that you move with a sense of urgency under age of 40. Because at 40 years old, it's pretty much a wrap. At 40 years old, it is pretty much a wrap. So move with a sense of urgency if you want to improve your outcomes. And if you don't, well, you can't say you haven't heard it. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm tired. I promised you guys I would do a show. Let me go ahead and read through these super chats real quick. Shout out to Judge Dre. Shout out to Johnny Vegas. Let me see if anybody has any questions in here. Got you, Unc. Looking good. Appreciate it. Okay. Shout out to the Hit Squad. The Henry's in training. We're on the road. Yes, we're on the road. Can't wait to get out tomorrow with the drone. Head up to Manhattan. Can't wait to do it. All right. Guys, appreciate it. I'm tired. And I'm still trying to work to get the sound effects back. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. We ended September strong. We go into the fall and October. We're going to do the damn thing. If you are in Manhattan, in the New York City area, follow me on Instagram. I will be going live on Instagram a lot while on the road. New York City just opened restaurants to 25% indoor capacity, so we're going to be doing that thing too. Folks, until the next time, peace. What you say? What is the question? I didn't see the question. I didn't see the question. Where'd it go? I'm seeing this. Hold on, guys. I didn't see the question. Oh well, darn it. Until the next time, peace. We are gone.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or